Hey, Gettysburg Foursquare Church. I've caught myself a number of times over the past couple of years just kind of wishing that I could go back to 2019, go back to the way things used to be, and I bet you have too. But God's really been challenging me lately, specifically with a verse out of Acts 17 that says that God determined in each of us the exact places and times that we would live. That means even though I don't always want to be here right now going through what I'm going through, or right now I don't have all the questions of how things are going and where they might be, but that the bigger question has already been answered, that God chose me to live right now in this moment, in this place. And you know what's true? He's done that for you too. We're in this together as a church. And I want to talk to you about this because we're going to be looking at this in the importance of it this fall as a church. So we came out here to film in the middle of town, right as school's getting out, in the midst of life, because this is where church is really happening. We're going through a series called the Monday Morning Church. We're going to be looking at a book together, reading it together. I'm going to be preaching some messages from it. We have many groups that are also going to be going through it throughout the week. And we want you to be a part of this, whether online or in person. We just want you to join us because I think God wants to speak to us right now. In the midst of a world, in the midst of a little bit of chaos, it's not about the church that gathers on Sunday, but about how God uses us throughout the week. The author Jerry Cook says this actually, the church on Sunday will never penetrate the culture with Jesus. The reason is obvious. The church on Sunday is experienced by and large by the Christian community. And it's only observed, if even noticed at all, by an unbelieving community. Because it's on Monday that Jesus is, quote, on the road. He ceases to be one of the characters in the program we call church, and rather he works beside people. He eats in their restaurants. He banks at their branches. He has coffee in their front rooms and hangs out by their water coolers. He's in their lives. He becomes incarnate wherever we are, wherever we work, at each of those moments of conversation and points of connection that we have with people. He says, listen, this has all been part of God's strategy. Christians are people of destiny, purposely placed by God deep inside their culture. Where they work and where they live is all part of the strategy. They're the points of incarnational penetration to bring God's presence. In fact, he says, the church was never meant to bring people to God, but in fact, we're supposed to bring God to people in each of those interactions, in each of those moments, from our family to our coworkers, to where we shop, to where we bank, to all of it together. I can't think of a more important time in my lifetime than right now that we are the church on Monday. And I can't think of another time in my lifetime that people are open and hungry to know, how does life end and what is this all about and what are we going through this, and to be able to talk to people about their fears and what they're facing. I think people in their hearts are open right now to who Jesus is if we can tell them about him. And so come, join me on this journey together as a church, because we're going to talk about how do you take Jesus with you into life, into during the week, wherever you are. How do you bring Jesus? How do you bring his Spirit to bear on each of those interactions? And I believe as we do this together, God is going to do incredible things. I really believe that. I'm so glad you're part of the journey with me. I pray that you'll also be a part of it just this fall as we go through it together. Don't forget to pick up a free copy of the book, whether the next time you're in church on a Sunday or stop by the office anytime, and we'll give you one. Get in a group, join us on Sundays, and let's let God make us the church on Monday. God bless you.